Corp, and more on those numbers. At 1,080, I don't think we're too far away from what the ET Now poll was penciling in. 1,094 is what we were working with in terms of their bottom line figure. In terms of the revenue, we're anticipating a downtick of about 5%. 9,654 is the number that we're working with. Remember, in the quarter gone by, volume growth was subdued as the two-wheeler demand lagged expectations pretty much every month. And volumes did see a decline of about 1% on a year-on-year basis, and a 6% of a downtick on a sequential basis when you were to average out the monthly sales data that we had from Hero MotoCorp. We are expecting EBITDA margin to largely remain stable, though on a sequential basis. Remember, the promotional spends were expected to decline on a sequential basis. Hero MotoCorp at 9,900 crore rupees on the revenue. So I think both the PAT as well as the revenue are looking largely in line right now. Having said that, look out for what the volume outlook is, what kind of product mix that you hear from the company, and of course their strategy on EV going forward. That's going to be extremely critical as well. But Kunal, Hero MotoCorp, just want to map the performance from the last 2 months, or rather from the April recovery in the markets. How's the stock performed?
So I think in the last 1 month, the stock is up 4-5%, but I think from the last 2-3 month lows, the stock is up some 10 to 11%. 3,500 thereabout was the low for Hero MotoCorp, and it's now come back to 4,000 plus levels. But at current levels, I would believe that the risk reward is definitely skewed on the upside for Hero MotoCorp. And I think the stock, which had fallen down almost 50% in the last 8-9 months prior to that, 6,000, 6,500 was the high for the stock, and 3,500 thereabout was the low for the stock. So when you compare this with the potential of the potential of the stock to rally from here on, I believe that the probability is very much on the higher side. So I think as a short to medium term play, current levels of Hero MotoCorp at 4,000 levels could be a very good buy levels.
Okay, could be a good buy level, but even if you look at the margins, they're largely flattish. Yes, there is 65 rupee final dividend that the company has announced. The revenue at best is only a slight beat. These numbers are not as impressive for the stock to move up significantly higher from these levels. Yes, it's been an underperformer. Yes, it's recovered with the rest of the market in the month of April, but purely on the basis of these numbers, can the stock actually move up higher? Maybe not. What one has to see is what kind of management commentary do you hear, both in terms of volume outlook, the strategy on EV, like I mentioned earlier, as well as the product mix. That's something that we really need to see. But get in my researcher as well and try and stack up those Hero MotoCorp numbers. Shrishti, hi, afternoon. Largely an inline set, but tell me, what's the commentary on future volume growth as well as their EV strategy, product mix, etc.?
Well, yes, inline set of numbers coming in from Hero MotoCorp, and especially the margin figure, because that was the key monitorable amidst the decline in the volume that we have seen for the company coming in. The company was actually able to sustain its margin at 14.2%, but the management commentary is definitely on the positive side. Hero MotoCorp generally come out with a positive management commentary, but this time they are highlighting that the EBITDA margin has been supported by a favorable product mix. This is enhanced by the cost efficiencies and the commodity cost control as well. The export volumes for Hero MotoCorp has outpaced the growth in the industry trend, though of course the key to note is that they are a little smaller player when it comes to the export market versus the rest, but the growth numbers are looking attractive. They are observing strong retail traction, especially in their new premium and the scooter offering. The continued consolidation in the core segment, the growth in the 125cc segment is what they are actually experiencing on ground, and the upcoming EV launch position them very well for a sustained growth momentum is what the company is highlighting. And lastly, looking ahead, they remain optimistic about the near to medium term growth outlook. So inline set of numbers, but yes, on many fronts, be it exports, be it some of the new launches, be it the segment wise contribution, the management commentary remains quite positive.
Right, so that's Hero MotoCorp for you, and what the commentary is coming in from the management, given the fact that the stock now is spiking in trade, 1.7% uptick coming in for Hero MotoCorp.